obviously we just can't turn the ball over as much as we did tonight. First half, I felt we held on to the ball a little too long. Second half, we started moving the basketball and playing the way we wanted to play, and that's how we got the bonus quickly. But overall, the energy and effort, I thought was really good. We just didn't play clean enough with the basketball to win this game tonight.
What were your impressions of Virginia Ball, and what you thought when?
They were, I thought, we did a pretty good job. The scout report were right on through the first play, which was a little disappointing. They scored on the play considering we went over it. But they're a good team. They're very sound defensively. They're not going to give you a lot of attempts around the rim. And when you do get it, you got to cash in. Harris is a terrific shooter. Mike Scott is, to me, he's the key to the whole thing because they can play through him. And he's not a guy that's going to, he only got 3 shots tonight, but it didn't seem to affect his effort at all. He continued to play and be a very big part of what they were doing.
What's it like seeing Zimmet out there? Does it seem like there's no way he can still eat?
Yeah, like 9th year, right? Something like that. He obviously had a big game tonight. So
Both you and Mike, the way that they play defense and kind of extend that, does that force the extension of possession? How much is the turnovers an issue, just patience and trying to deal with that?
Patrick, I thought our turnovers in the first half were just, we didn't do a good job of setting up. Right? And you watching the basketball, when your wings are stopping at the top of the key extended or foul line extended, you got problems. Instead of running down into the corner and setting up your cut. We were stopping that Wells Fargo sign the whole night. I wrote it on the board, Wells Fargo, we were stopping. And then the second half, you could see it was a different thing. We started moving the ball, and again, we had 3 or 4 fouls called very quickly. Morrison, and you got guys like Mike and Ryan and Eric, you can play through these guys because they're all 3 very good post players that are very unselfish, excellent passers. Mike's one of the best passing big guys I've ever been around. And throw it to him in the first half because we're giving 8-foot fakes in the drive. Not against this team. If you don't move the ball and attack them, if you wait 2 or 3 seconds before you start your move, there's going to be three jerseys there waiting for you.
Coach, you played at Towson just a couple nights ago, and this Virginia team plays a lot quicker, and they're a better team. Do you think, if anything, the Towson game brought this style of play a little slower, and it was a little harder to catch back up?
No, you know what? I would say that again, and not to take anything away from UVA, but I just felt like I would love to see if we did what we were supposed to do. If our turnover numbers were lower. They're good. Trust me. They're good. They're a very good basketball team. But some of the things we thought we could exploit, we did. Just kept hurting ourselves. I give you a real simple one. We talked about how to play the ball screens, and a couple times we just didn't follow us down the board. They come over the top and bang 3. We get it back to 10. That was a huge turnover. That was probably my fault. I made a bad call there in terms of the set. But it's one of those things. If you get it under 10, who knows? You might get a little rattled. But we didn't. They played well. They got the win. Congratulations to them.
You've seen enough of Sammy. It seems like often when he hits a couple of early shots, it's a good night for him, and when he doesn't, it just never comes.
Yeah. He's he's a veteran player who I think fits in very well with what Tony likes to do because he's good at reading screens. He comes off of them, and I think coming into the game, 28 of his 36 shots were from 3, and he's making about 38%. So that's pretty good. He does a good job spacing the floor for Scott and around the basket.
Mike, we talked the other night about just how significant this game was and how disappointing was it to come out as disjointed in the first half.
We'd like to come out better than our style of basketball. We didn't play as well as we could, but we're disappointed we lost. But for one season, not going to hang our heads at all. We're ready for that game. We kept tough and seven.
Mike, the last few your rebound numbers have been getting better, but today even though everybody's talking that they stopped you on the outside of low. Do you think that really messed with your game plan as far as getting the boards?
I think his rebound numbers low because I got on him about point of emphasis just boxing out, getting Mike Scott.
I just wanted to get Mike Scott out of there. He's a strong player, so I wanted to keep him and him off the boards. If we both go even, I figured that.
Mike had 2 rebounds. He had 3 rebounds. So he did what I asked him.
Paul, would Andre's perimeter defense have made much of a difference in this game? It looked like that was something right.
I'll tell you after I coach him.
Paul, you've gotten the chance to see Evans mature over his
quickness in the half court is something that helps them. And his ability at the end of the shot clock, when guys can't get the shot, to come off that high screen. He made a couple of runners tonight that were big, that gave them a margin, a working margin.
Any other questions for Mike? Any other questions, Coach?
You've had a long history with UVA, with going back to your old job, and it seemed like that rivalry kind of even got with these guys. I know Brian really got into the game, especially in the second half, and the fans really got into it, going about 10 minutes left. Is that the same that you've been dealing with for as long as you've been playing? Because talk a little bit about playing UVA specifically.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, for our kids to have a chance to come in this building and play, I mean, it's a great opportunity. And one of the things I like about our team is that we're a very competitive bunch. Ryan and Mike particularly lead that competitiveness. So I'm not sure if it matters where we're playing. You know, if you saw the Towson game, there was time, you know, Ryan, you know, he always finds a way to kind of give a little something going.
Yeah.
So this is a very, very competitive group. That's why we got a chance to be good. You know, again, we're disappointed because we really feel like we let an opportunity to get by tonight. Again, they had a lot to do with it, but this is a competitive team, and that's why we have a chance to be good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.